Hey guys, it's Charlene. I'm really excited. I'm sharing the new Wildflower Grass Clear Stamp Set with you today, and I'm going to show you a way to get a different look from your silhouette style stamps. So I'm starting out with an A2 sized card panel that's 4¼ by 5½, and I'm using some Post-it tape to mask the top and the bottom. I'm coming in with a really light blue ink, and I'll link down below in the description with all the different ink colors I'm using if you want to recreate this look. So I'm coming in with my blending brush, and I'm just starting out with a really light amount of ink, and I always start on the masking paper and then move my way onto the card panel. That helps prevent streaks and kind of rough spots where the ink is too dark. So you just very gently come in with a light amount of ink, and you're just going to build that color up in layers. We're doing a really light blue because this is going to represent the sky, and you don't really have to do too much ink. I always like to kind of go back and forth a little bit when I'm all done, and when the ink dries, it will smooth out even more. So I'm coming in here with an acrylic block. You could also use a Misty or some other kind of stamp positioner, and I'm using some intense black ink. I'm coming in with the thinner grass, and I'm coming in and I'm going to stamp on both sides of the card. The really nice thing about this style of set is that you can layer, you can put multiple stamps over each other. It's all going to look like it was meant to be there because it's silhouette style. I just love this style of stamp. So you come in, and I have layered on the right hand side another one of those grass stamps, and then I'm moving on to this layer of wildflowers. Now you could stamp these in black as well, or whatever color you like. I'm doing 3 different colors today. This one is Seafoam, and it's kind of like a light green, and it's gonna look really pretty in light against the background. And then I'm gonna up the ante with a couple of darker shades for the other layers. Now again, you can see I don't need to be careful at all where I'm placing these because the style of this stamp is very whimsical and layered. It's not going to look funny pretty much however you do it. And just be careful if you're using an acrylic block. If you get any ink on the sides of your acrylic block, you want to wipe those off before you stamp because that can very easily get onto your card panel. So now I'm coming in with the next layer. I'm using a little bit darker version of, it's actually kind of a teal. It's a surf, and I'm going to come in and I'm just going to add that on top. I am moving a little bit up from where I did the other stamp, and you can just already see that layer. It looks so cool with a different color of ink. And then in the spots where it kind of goes over the previous color of ink, it creates a new color. You could also do this with like Distress Oxides or some type of pigment ink, and then you're going to get a completely different look. Or you could do this in embossing ink and heat emboss. I mean, there's so many different possibilities. You could do different colors of green grass and then have your stamps, be in different shades of embossing powder. That would look really awesome. Lots of ways you could use this. So now for the top layer of the wildflowers, I'm coming in with a medium blue, which is Cadette. And again, see, you just want to make sure that you wipe off your acrylic block if you get anything on there. And I'm stamping down on both sides. And that is pretty much it for the wildflowers. I think they look so cool with the different colors. I am going to use this tiny little butterfly. There's 2 little butterflies in this set and then 2 little dragonflies. When I'm working with really tiny stamps like this, I do like to just put them on the tip of my finger, and then I kind of tap it into the ink pad, and then I can just place it down on the paper. I know it sounds crazy, but it's actually really easy to do, and it gives you a little bit more control than holding the acrylic block. You got to commit though. That's the only problem. You can't hesitate. Once you stick your finger down there, that's where that stamp has got to go. Now later I do add a couple more butterflies, but I started out here with 2 butterflies and 1 dragonfly. And now I'm just peeling up the Post-it tape, and you can see that beautiful light blue sky. It just looks awesome. So I've cut out 3 of the word thanks, and these are from the Thanks Word and Shadow die set. It's such a pretty sentiment. I love this nice big scripty font that they used for this word die. And I am layering this up 3 times in black cardstock. If you guys watch any of my videos, you know that I love to layer up my word dies about 3 layers. You could do it even more. I know some people do like 5 layers, it just depending on the look you're going for, but at least 3 layers, I think it just adds so much more dimension and interest to your card to have that, and really it doesn't add a lot of bulk or take very much time. Now I am trimming the top of my card panel by 1/2 inch, and I'm using my mini trimmer there. And this is because I want to create kind of a horizontal stripe on the card. I'm not sure if that makes sense. It'll make more sense once you see what I do here after I apply the word die cut. So I'm going to come in and just dot that with glue so that I can place it on my card. And I'm going to place it down on the white strip at the bottom. It's a perfect spot for this die cut. It fits really well right underneath these wildflowers, and I am keeping it a little bit away from the end because I knew I was probably going to trim a little bit off the sides of the card, and you can see that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to trim about 1/4 inch, and I was just shy, so I actually go back in and trim a little bit from the other side. And it's because I want to create this nice layered look where I put it on this piece of black cardstock here, and you can see I'm coming in and I'm going to take just a hair off more. I guess it's on the same side. I couldn't remember. So then I'm going to glue that down to the black cardstock, and then I can glue that all down to my white card base. I'm using an A2 size card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it is like a horizontal fold. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my card panel down to that black matting layer. I think that just looks so nice. It ties in with the black word die cut as well as the black butterflies and the black grass. This is a very, I think, classic and sort of elegant style of card, but you could definitely make this more fun and whimsical. Whatever kind of style you're going for, you could use pinks and golds and all kinds of stuff, and it's really going to change up the look of this card. I love that this style of stamp set is so versatile like that. You can just use lots of different looks with it. So now hopefully it makes a little bit more sense what I was talking about. I'm doing this kind of like horizontal stripe across the card where I left a little bit of white on the top and on the bottom. Now I'm coming in with some glitter Stickles, and this is just the really fine glitter. I think this might be unicorn, I'm not sure. But I'm going around and I'm just dotting some of the wildflowers here and there. No real rhyme or reason. I'm just trying to sort of space out where I put the Stickles on the card. And this is going to add just a nice little bit of bling. And if I was doing this with kind of brighter colors and more things going on, I might add some more embellishments on the card, maybe some sequins or something like that. But since I was going for a very clean and simple and sort of elegant look with this card, I kept things to a minimum and just added that little bit of sparkle with the Stickles on there. Now, I probably should have stamped these extra butterflies before I put the Stickles on because I have been known to stick my finger in them when they are not dry, but I managed not to do that this time, which was really awesome. All right, guys, here's my finished card. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you find some time to get crafty today. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button as well as the notification bell. It really helps my channel, and I appreciate it so much. I appreciate all of you each and every day. Until next time, happy crafting.